Actually. Right. Hello. I wasn't going to do a stream tonight, but I thought maybe I'd do a quick one. Right. How many of you on here? 5. Hello, Jamie. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Just trying to get the bloody YouTube to work properly again. Keeps lagging out on me for some reason. Well, at least the audio is working at the moment. Right, so I just want to say cheers to everyone who has been a little bit concerned about me, over the last few days with me buying a haunted mystery box and a second-hand Ouija board. Guys, listen, if you don't take the chance and the risk, you'll never know what other kind of paranormal you can get. Now, okay, Lily is a bit of an evil sod, and maybe she's the one who's been giving me the pins and needles and making me kind of like uncomfortable sometimes. But she is in the kitchen out with the other evil ass. And guess what? Hardly anything's been going on tonight or today. It's been very quiet. So have I found out who is the one who's been causing some of the problems? Well, it seems like Lily, because since I put her in the kitchen last night, as I say, nothing's really happened. So, I still got the clown doll in here. He's been in there since I took him out the mystery box, actually. And I haven't really heard anything out of him. Now, I did actually get some photos. I'm going to do a little video on this possibly tomorrow or Monday. I've got some old photos, like postcard things, of men and women. Just a quick show. So, I'm not saying any of these are spiritually active or anything like that. But what I'm going to do is do a little pendulum on them and see if we get any response by the pendulum. So I don't think we get much through the Ouija board, but hopefully you might get something through the pendulum. The thing is with things nowadays, it doesn't mean there's a spirit actually always attached to a thing that someone buys, but you're guaranteed to get energy from the cards. I was talking to Abby yesterday about something, and she even said, well, you still get energy off items. They don't have to be haunted, and you can sometimes tell who the person was and what the person was about just by feeling the energy. So it hasn't got to have a ghost or a spirit attached to it. You can sometimes tell something about a certain object or item just by feeling the energy from it, I suppose. And the best way to do that is by using the pendulum, because you can get yes and no questions, answers. I'm not saying that you're going to get replies all the time. It's just we're experimenting. We're trying to find out what kind of energy is around and what energy is able to communicate with us. Even residual energies. It's something that plays back in time, like a recording. You're at the right time, right place, right location, right atmosphere. You might get something from a different time period, But I appreciate, like, you know, the thoughts and the concerns about the Ouija board and the mystery box items, but I just had a feeling that they're not going to be that, you know, negative. They're going to be kind of like a little bit negative, if anything, but they weren't going to be, you know, like evil and demonic. Yeah, all right. Lily was kind of negative. She's a little bit evil because she don't like men. But you know, she can only do certain things, you know. And what she seemed to be doing to me was pins and needles and touching my face sometimes, you know. And I did have like some. It felt like, you know, she was trying to pull the back of my hair out of my head as well the other night, but no, it wasn't crazy kind of stuff. It's not the kind of energy where, you know, she's going to start picking up things and throwing stuff at me, you know, like poltergeist stuff. And I think that's kind of rare for a spirit to do those kind of things. There's got to be one bloody pissed off energy for one thing, one pissed off spirit, and must have a hell of a lot of energy built up for it to actually like start picking up and throwing things at you. That kind of thing, I believe, is just like, you know, poltergeist, which is not a spirit person. It's an energy which is being created by man, woman, child, through stress, depression, anxiety, sadness, whatever, you know, kind of thing. If I ever get a poltergeist activity, I don't know, you know. It's always the possibility that it might happen. I've had things move and knock down, but that doesn't mean it's poltergeist. I believe it's just a spirit building up an energy and possibly moving and knocking things down. But yeah, I just had a feeling that, you know, the Ouija board, although it's secondhand, yeah, I just had that gut feeling there weren't going to be anything negative on it or anything demonic. It's because it's like Rose, you know. Rose can tell if a doll's spiritually active or not, yeah, because she's got the ability to like look at a doll and say, yeah, that's got something wrong with it, you know, kind of thing. And Rose tries to go for things that is more, I suppose, not so much evil but negative, because she likes mucking around with them and trying to communicate with them. But she does get some of the good ones as well, you know, more polite and sweeter kind of spirits. So really, like, you know, if you're going to do the paranormal, you know, you can't just be doing positive all the time, you know, because what's the point, you know? I know, you know, you probably like talking to good spirits and find out about them and like possibly help them cross over and continue doing that, you know, with God knows how many other spirits. But, you know, there's spirits out there which may seem evil, but they're not, you know. They're just probably pissed off because, like, you know, something's happened to them in life and, you know, they didn't get to finish off what they wanted to do. You know, some of them's probably pissed off because someone's moved into their house and they don't want them there, but, you know, feels like they're being kicked to one side and told to leave. You know, I think some of the spirits that are more like so-called negative isn't that negative, you know. They're just trying to, like, I suppose in one way, communicate with you. And if you're not able to pick up their energy, then they've got to try to, like, make something more kind of, like, powerful to happen. And, like, you know, even if you see, like, a door open or something move on the table, you know, it doesn't mean that that spirit is, you know, pure evil. It's probably trying to, like, communicate with you and get you to acknowledge that it's there. And I suppose, you know, there's a good percentage that when the spirit is actually acknowledged that they are there, you know, that's all they want, you know, and the activity will probably like just like calm down and probably like disappear eventually, you know. But there are times where, you know, a spirit will, you know, do things, I suppose, negative stuff, and hoping that you will acknowledge it. And once you've acknowledged it, then it knows that you know it's there, and he's going to, or she's going to give you a little bit more, or a lot more, a negativity activity, you know, because, you know, now they know you know that they're there, you know, there's a possibility they still want you out of their house or whatever, you know, kind of thing. But to me, I think, you know, if I had to put a percentage on it, I reckon there's at least 90% that, you know, the spirits that are trying to communicate with you are positive spirits. But there is probably like the 10% where they are kind of like negative, maybe evil, and they don't want you there. They're trying to get you out. And they do whatever they can to get you out, you know, scratch, push, punch, throw things at you, poltergeist activity or whatever. But to me, I think it's a very, very low percentage in anyone's home that they reckon that they may have activity. You know, because you're getting activity, as I say, it doesn't mean that they're evil and negative. Maybe they're trying to cry out for some kind of help, you know, they're trying to finish off what they're supposed to have done before they've died, you know, kind of thing. You know, maybe there's like a message they want to get out. Or they could be warning you about something, yeah? Because there have been quite a few stories where spirits have been causing a lot of negativity because they're trying to get you to recognize that they're there. And, you know, they could be doing like things such as like making the place smell like, you know, like smoke if it's in fire, or like keep blowing the lights or doing something else. Maybe they're doing that because they're trying to warn you about something. You know, the lights keep blowing and you're thinking, you know, it's a ghost. How do you know it's a ghost? It could be, you know, something electrical, what's going on in your house, and you don't realise it. Or a ghost could be actually blowing the lights and trying to warn you that there's electrical fault going on. But, you know, when you're doing this, you've got to, you know, look both ways. You know, you've got to look to the positive, and you've got to look to the negative as well. You know, some people would probably just want to contact all the good, loving, kind, you know, spirits out there. And some will probably want to just contact the badass, evil, negative, demonic kind of spirits. But there's a big percentage where people will actually try to communicate with both. And that's what I'm trying to do, you know. If I get a negative spirit in here, then, you know, there might be a possibility that I could probably change them and convert them into a better spirit. You know, I've done it in the past. You know, spirits came through and told me what they've done. And I said, well, you know, if you need to cross over, you need to, like, you know, apologise to God and repent your sins. And, you know, I'll do a prayer for you. And, you know, hopefully you can cross over. And it has happened, you know, it has worked. I had, like, bad spirits come through, told me what they've done. They said that, you know, they don't know how to apologise, so I told them. And, you know, I told them what to do. I've done a prayer. I've opened the door for them so they can walk through to that light. And, you know, there's a really big, you know, percentage of the spirits that I have crossed over. You know, because you get, like, you know, a Ouija board, which is second hand, you know, it doesn't mean that there's going to be something negative on it all the time, you know. You probably get positive spirits on there, which haven't been able to, like, go back through that portal, and they're probably, like, just stuck. And, like, they can't do nothing until someone actually reopens it. And it depends on how long it takes for someone to get that board and open it up. The positive spirit might end up getting a bit narky and pissed because it's been stuck there for like weeks, months, or even years, kind of thing. Hell, if I was like talking to someone and suddenly the portal closed and I didn't get through there in time and I'm stuck on the board, I'm going to be a bit pissed off. And I'm not saying I'm going to cause a lot of negativity. I'll be happy for someone to open the board up again and listen to my story and help me to go help me to go back and cross over to the light. With the demons and demonic stuff, that to me I think is just like very rare. Probably one in 500, 1 in 1,000 or something, kind of thing. I've had negativity in here. But look how many spirits I've been communicating with over the last 6 years. How many spirits have I put away in the cupboard right now? 2. And how many spirits I've got here? Probably about 150, maybe. I don't know, I've lost count. I'm not saying all of those I've got are still spiritually active. But, if I've crossed over 500 spirits in one night, I don't know how many spirits are probably around. I know I've got more than 50 at least, minimum. So, let's just say I have got 50 and 2 of them's bad. And that's fucking good, Those 2 can't turn those other 48 spirits into negative ones. Unless they got very, 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 very high energy power. They're very dark, very negative. And still like that, they probably might only possibly make 1 or 2, turn into the darker side, I suppose. It feels like I can talk about Star Wars now, don't it? Come to the dark side, Luke. Fuck off. I'm happy here. I'm in the light side. I'm talking to Steve. Piss off. We don't want to know. Go away. Go back to your dark side and leave us alone in the light side, No, I don't think, to be honest with you, I've had that much negativity. I've had a little bit of a share, but out of 6 years, I reckon I've only had probably about a couple of weeks, maybe a month, all told, all together, of negativity. And that's fucking good going, And I would like to try to communicate with some more nasty spirits, dark spirits, but not dark, very, very dark, as such as demonic demons, I want to try to speak to some the negative ones and find out why they're negative and, hear their side of the story, why they're negative, and hopefully try to convert them again, into positive spirits. And so I've done it before. So, there is a possibility that, when you buy something off the internet and someone's using a Ouija board or pendulum or something which has brought a spirit through, especially they've done some kind of ritual and they've brought something dark and evil through, and that dark evil spirit kept itself on that board, attached itself, waiting for it to be opened again to start, shit up, start it up, all in negativity. But, when I saw the Ouija board the other day, it's a bit like Rose, she senses if the doll is good or bad. I sense that Ouija board, although secondhand, possibly has had spirits brought through, but I didn't sense anything evil in it. So that's why I bought it, But let's say, spirits can, manipulate you and pretend that they are good spirits. That can happen, I suppose. But how long does it take a dark spirit or an evil spirit to come through the Ouija board and start giving you, you know, a lot of all crap, a lot of negativity? I don't know. But with Lily, she's starting up practically straight away. But she wasn't like, to me, like very evil and very dark and very demonic. She's just a pissed off spirit, you know. She don't like men because her ex-boyfriend dumped her, and she went out, got pissed, and ended up in a car accident and died. And yeah, you know, like, she still can probably be pissed, you know, because like the way her boyfriend probably treated her. So yeah, she ain't gonna like me, is she? But I've had spirits come through here saying they don't like me, but they stayed around and checked me out, and now they like me, you know, kind of thing, because they know what kind of person I am, and how I communicate with spirits, and how I try to like treat them as a still a living person, I suppose, and help them, you know, with any kind of like communication they need, and help them to cross over. They need to cross over. So, you know, you don't need worry, you know, guys, to be honest with you. Like, that, you know, if I was to get something, you know, dark and evil, it's not your fault, it's my fucking fault, you know. I know you're there to, like, you know, warn me and advise me, and I do take that, you know, to heart. But, you know, if you're going to do this, you know, I know a lot of people won't want to communicate with negative, dark spirits, but, you know, if you don't at least talk to one or two, you ain't gonna know what it's like in the future. Because like, you could be talking to positive spirits for weeks, months, even years, and suddenly you go out to do an investigation in someone's house, and they've told you, you know, you've got a lot of dark spirits there. They do this and do that. How are you gonna deal with it? You know, if you haven't dealt with it before, how are you gonna do it then? You know, it's gonna make you very afraid. And that's what they're going to want, you to be afraid, so they can build up that energy, so they can, like, physically attack you, I suppose. So, like, you know, if you don't learn a little bit about the darker side of the spirit life, it ain't even worth doing it, is it, really? Unless you just want to keep talking to good spirits all the time. But, you know, since last night, I put them in that box with the other evil ass. Been dead quiet. I've not heard no noises. I've not been pricked left, right, and centre like yesterday. You know, it's just been very quiet today, which is surprising. But it don't mean it's going to stay quiet, you know. I suppose, like, if she can find a way of getting that box in the kitchen, and I'm pretty sure she'll come through and start, you know, causing some kind of like negative activity. But, you know, even bound in the box, you know, may not keep them in there indefinite. No, there is a possibility that they will stay in there. You know, we've done like a binding on the prayer or whatever, you know, kind of thing properly. And they'll only come out when you actually go in there and actually like remove them from the cloth and from the box. Then yeah, they are going to be unbound, and they are going to, like, you know, be a bit pissed with you and probably try to do some, you know, negative arse shit kind of stuff. But, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can always, like, put them back in, rebind them, cover them up, put it in the box, you know, do the prayers, and then stick them in the cupboard again. You know, it's got to work, because otherwise, if it wasn't working, evil arse that I've had from months now, innit? The serial killer one. If it ain't working, she'd be free and she'd be doing a shitload of stuff to me probably. And, you know, if it weren't working for Lily, she'd be like, you know, continually doing what she's been doing, like, you know, pricking me with the pins and needles and making my back all hot and making me feel nauseous and stuff like that. But because I've got them both in the box, bound up, and I did do a prayer on them, maybe they are locked, you know, kind of locked in now for now. But say, you ain't got to worry about me, guys. I'm here to learn. If I don't learn, then what's the point of, you know, doing anything really? That knock was upstairs. So, alright, let's see who's on here. Thank you for the thumbs down. Love you. Love you very much. Love you long time, yeah? Right, hello Jamie, Roberta. Oh, there we go. I just had to report that one again. Right, well, report the right one because I just clicked on this and the name's disappeared. Yeah, I think after you report them, their name does disappear. Right, Ian. Oh, yeah, I'm still going to use the board. Hell yeah, you know. Thing was, like, you know, when I got the board, even before I actually opened it, I was talking to Abby on my normal board. I said, what do you think of the board, Abby? She goes, I don't know. I said, you want to talk to him a minute? And I was actually talking to Abby on my other board, not the new one, the other one, what I normally use. And said, I don't know, laugh out loud. We'll see. And I suppose if it was holding some kind of like dark negative spirit on there, she won't come through. You know, she'd rather try and help to get rid of it first before she tried it. But she came on it last night and she was happy. You know, we had that sailor who came on. Yeah, Fred, 57. He worked on the Navy. So, like, you know, being a nice spirit like it was, I suppose, like, Abby wouldn't have let him come through if she thought that that board was, like, full of negativity. She wouldn't let a positive spirit come through. So, you know, she must have kind of, like, checked it out herself, maybe, I suppose. And then, like, when I started using it last night, she gave the okay for Fred to come through. So I think if the board was negative, she wouldn't have let anyone come through. Tell warn me, saying, like, you know, the board's full of negativity, you know, use the other board. And I would have had to go back on the other board, but, you know, speaking to Fred, then Abby, you know, there's nothing wrong with the board. because the guy said in his comment that he's spoken to negative spirits and demons, you know, since he's been doing the paranormal. He didn't say that he got it from, you know, the Ouija board. He only got the Ouija board, you know, just to see, you know, what it's like. And he done what he needed to do, I suppose, and decided to get rid of it. Because, like, if someone was having a lot of negativity on the board, I don't think they would have probably, like, decided to sell it to someone who don't know how to deal with it, you know, kind of thing. I wouldn't do. So knowing that the board was okay and there wasn't no negativity to it, that's probably what he sold it for. And, you know, I looked on his eBay and he has got a lot of, like, witchcraft books. And if he's got witchcraft books, he must know spells and how to cleanse the board. So I don't know what the big deal was with everyone going, no, you shouldn't do it, you know, you shouldn't buy it, you know, don't use it, you know, send it back. Two of my sisters and my niece started moaning about it, you know. I said, look, you know, I've been doing this 6 years. I know how to deal with it, you know. And nothing happened. But you never know. There could still be something on there. And it could just be like hiding. It could be like dormant and ready to pop out any time. But you don't know until it happens, do you? So but yeah, that's it really. You know, I just want to let you know. No, it's happened today. Appreciate your concerns. But no, it's happened. I might even buy another one, a second-hand one, later on when I can afford it. You know, also probably get a another what's the name? Mystery box. But the thing is, like, you know, it costs money. You know, I don't have money to keep buying these things to do live for you guys, you know. What's that there? So that's why I keep saying, like, you know, if you want me to do more, then, you know, maybe if you can help out and, like, you know, make a donation every now and then, because, like, you know, I can't keep buying them out of my own pocket. You know, if I had a load of money, I would be buying them out of my own pocket. But if you want to see more, you know, more videos like that, then maybe you can help us out. What the fuck was that? My home phone just like kind of bleeped as if it's run out of battery, but it isn't. It's a full battery. And I just heard a bloop. I don't know. It's my phone. I don't think my phone's run out of battery. I might still got 70% on it. That is weird. The only thing what has happened today is my mouse is broken. It won't work. So luckily I got my old mouse. I've kind of like bought that one out for now. This old piece of crap. My other one was that one, and for some reason it just don't want to like work anymore. So I've had to order a new one. So I don't know how long that one's going to last. There's only like £7 anyway. So if I don't get a proper mouse, I won't be able to stream, will I? mind just putting some stuff in the comment. See if the PayPal link's the right one. No, ain't it? Why did that not work? Why did that not work? There we go, that won't work. Right, if you refresh, I'll put the comment down there so you can read the comment later. No, you know, like, the thing is, like, you know, not wanting to keep asking you, you know, kind of things. Just say, if you want to see more stuff happening here, or trying to see more stuff happen, then, you know, what's a few quid? You know, I might be able to get a so-called negative doll or something, you know. And maybe it is negative and causes shit when it gets here. Might get a negative one from the next mystery box. You know, you just don't know what you're going to get. The thing is with eBay though, you just don't know if it's real or not, you know, kind of thing. We don't know if what the seller is selling is spiritually active or not. You know, I normally say, well, unless they've got proof that are spiritually active, some kind of video where, you know, they've been communicating through, you know, ghost box, EVP, they're getting hits on, you know, devices, then that's the ones I would probably more go after. But, you know, some people don't not want to do videos. They just like do a session with their doll and write it down, and once they've done what they need to do, they pass it on to someone else to try them. So that's what I tend to do, you know. But yeah, you know, you want me to do more, you know, it just helps out a little bit. You know, you ain't got to pay, like, you know, the whole goddamn cost. You know, 2 or 3 quid, you know, towards it. Because, like, there are mystery boxes on there from from 18 up to £50. And, you know, it depends on what box you get. You know, if you get the £50 one, you're going to have more stuff in it. If you get the smaller one, £18, you're only going to have like 2 or 3 items in it, you know. And you just don't know what kind of things you're going to get in there until you get it. And if you don't get a mystery box and you get a doll, you know, although it might say, you know, this doll's negative, you know, be wary as it can do things, you know, you don't know unless you get it. And if you don't get it, you ain't going to know, are you? So, you know, well, yeah, I'm thinking about that actually, but the thing is, I don't want to be getting rid of, like, my spirit dolls, you know, because, like, you know, I kind of grown, you know, they kind of grown on me, really. No, I've got a load of stuff, you know, I can get rid of, I suppose, like old electronics, and do like a mystery electronic box. But the thing is, like I said the other night, I can't be selling on eBay because you've got these arseholes out there who keeps reporting me all the time, you know. Always selling stuff on eBay is making money. He's not, you know, declared it. I'm sick and tired of all that bullshit, you know. I can't be asked. You know, why should I be selling my stuff when I've been spending that enough money to buy them in the first place anyway, you know? You know, you guys could be saying, well, why should we be paying? Well, you haven't got to pay. It's just like, if you want to pay, you know, the kindness and generosity, you know. Don't get you know, I've been doing 6 years, and everything I've got here, I've had to pay myself, apart from, you know, a couple of bits and pieces. You know, you helped me with the art class, some of you. Some of you helped me last year towards, like, you know, getting some food in here. What else was there? You know, Bev has helped me out quite a bit. You know, Roland and a few other of you have donated towards the cost. But those donations are towards, like, you know, keeping everything up and running, I suppose. You know, it's not cheap. You know, every time I do a live stream and I'm using K2 meters, EM pumps, you know, whatever device, it's costing me money all the time, you know. You know, you can't run them without batteries. And batteries ain't bloody cheap, you know. You can't go out and buy the cheap ones all the time, so they won't last 5 minutes. So when I'm doing a stream, you know, when I'm using K2 meters, REM pod, you know, you know, anything I use, it still costs money because I've, you know, if it ain't using like the normal batteries, you still got to pay out for your electrical costs, you know, because, like, you know, although this has got a battery inside it, I still can't charge that battery up to use it to do a video for you guys, you know. No, I did actually go out and get some batteries today, but only the small AA ones for those printer labels, so I can start printing names on their dolls again. Now, I've got dolls which I don't think have spiritual energies attached to them, yeah, just like empty vessels. But, you know, no one's going to buy an empty vessel, are they? They might buy the doll, you know, as it is, but, you know, you're not going to get the money back on what you pay for the doll. You know, some of the dolls I paid like 20, 30 quid for. You know, it's up to the person who wants to buy it is going to pay the price that you want for it, you know. If I want, you know, if I was going to try to get the same amount back for a doll that I paid, say, like 30 quid for, you know, I could be sitting on that doll for months and months and months, and no one might be interested in it. As soon as I lower the price down to half the cost, now I'm losing half the cost, and someone might consider buying it then. You know, it's like when you go out and buy a car, like I said the other day, you go and buy a car, you don't like it, you know, you can't take it back to the dealers and get a full refund because they won't give you a full refund. They'll only give you a percentage. You know, depends on how long you had the car for, I suppose, as well. If you had the car 6 months and you no longer like the car, or you can't afford to keep the car up and running, you ain't going to get the cost back. You'll probably get like half of it if you're lucky. And this is what I don't like, you know, like, you know, I have got stuff I could probably sell, but, you know, the money I'd get for it would be less than half, for one thing, yeah. And, you know, start putting stuff back on eBay, you're going to get this same old bunch of arse wipes coming back and, you know, like saying, oh, we're going to report Stu because he's like selling on eBay again. You know, he's making an income. And like, he's not kind of like declared it. Well, everything I have sold on eBay, I did declare. But the thing is, as I said to the benefit office, that's my own personal stuff. If I want to sell it, I'll sell it. Yeah, but, you know, when you're selling stuff and, you know, it is still classed as an income. Yeah, but, you know, it cost me like 50 quid to buy it, and I'm only getting like 15 quid back. Now, there's a big kind of like loss there. Well, it don't matter, you know, we can't help that. You know, if you're selling stuff on eBay, you know, you got to declare it. You know, we would take so much in consideration, but after that amount, you know, it's you know, kind of like what's that word for it? can't think of the fucking word now. After they've taken so much in consideration, it may kind of like knock a percentage off the money I'm getting from the benefit state. You know. Now, if I knew I could buy a shitload of dolls on eBay and, you know, sell them and make a little bit of profit on it, and I was, you know, doing that and, you know, making probably about 200 quid a week or something continuously, I'd rather do that than fucking sit here on a benefit system. You know, it wouldn't be classed as a business, it'd be kind of like a part-time hobby. You know, I hate sitting on the bloody dole. You know, if I could get out and get a job tomorrow, I would do. But, you know, there's just like many jobs around where I am. Like, you know, you get about 500 people going for one job down here. So there's like a 99.9% that you ain't going to get a job. And there's that 1% that you might get it. But, you know, you got to like beat the other fucking like 400 people. You know, you got to be better, you got to be smarter, you got to have more qualifications and all that kind of shit, you know. You know, it's all right saying, you know, I'll sell stuff on eBay. I did sell stuff on eBay. I was selling it because I couldn't afford to pay half my bloody bills, you know, kind of thing. And I'm still having problems with some of my bills at the moment. And I still have to go without food. You know, but the donations that have been given to me hasn't gone down towards that, you know. The donations that were given to me has gone back into the paranormal. And that's what he will be doing, going back into the paranormal. People left me alone and stopped, you know, causing all this bullshit drama and keep reporting me. You know, I could probably sell a couple of bits and pieces, but I ain't going to do it if they keep doing that. No. You know, that's why I say to you guys, if you know about, you know, a donation isn't an income, it's a gift. And I can use that gift to buy small bits and pieces. You know, I wish there was somewhere out there. I don't know if what's it called? Asti. I've been trying to look for a swap shop kind of thing. You know, swap dolls for other dolls, swap electronics for other electronics, or whatever. But I've not found one yet. Well, you say food banks, yeah? You get free food tokens in a year over here. I know because I was on a food bank. And I did get a food bank thing the other day, actually. Well, a few weeks ago, and I've not used it yet. Because, you know, you got to be down there at a certain time, and the food bank only opens once a week. And, you know, you can be waiting in queue to try to get some food, and when you get there, all the food's gone. So, like, you know, and like, you know, food banks around my area, you've got probably 2 in about a 10-mile radius. You got one not far from me up the road, and then you got one in Collier's Wood. So it's like 2 in a 5-mile radius, actually. And you've got to realise how much it's costing me to go down there to get the food and coming back with the food. I'm going to go there Wednesday anyway. No, actually, I can't do Wednesday. I'll have to go to the other one on Friday. So I have got a token there anyway, somewhere. But, you know, 3 tokens in a year, it's a fucking joke. And I even said to the food bank, you know, I wish I'd never come here sometimes. She goes, why? So, because like, it feels like I'm scrounging. Well, no, you ain't, because, like, you know, other people would do it. And, like, if you haven't got the money to buy food and you can get help, get the help. But I do feel a bit funny going down there sometimes, you know. Because there's probably someone else out there who's more kind of like needing that food than I am, especially like homeless people as well. You know, as long as I'm eating like one meal a day, then I'm all right, you know, that kind of thing. Sometimes I don't have a meal a day, you know. I sometimes have to like skip 2 days, maybe 3 days without a meal. You know, I might eat half a packet of biscuits and that's it. Because I've got my bills to pay. So, you know, it's like going around it's going around in a vicious circle. You know, if I go out and get food from the food bank, I'm a scrounger. If I'm not getting food and I'm selling stuff on eBay to buy my food, I'm a benefit fraudster. You know, and I've told the benefit, you know, the reason I was selling stuff on eBay was to help to pay my bills and to buy the food that I need to survive on. And they said, well, like, you know, it is a vicious circle, and yeah, people will, if they're going to keep, like, you know, reporting you, then it is best to, like, not sell on eBay and just try to survive the best you can, I suppose. And I said, well, yeah, if it has to happen like that, it'll have to happen like that. And it's not worth saying, like, well, you know, open another account somewhere else. You know, sell on, like, a different online store. It ain't going to happen because people will find ways of finding out what you're doing. They pry, they hack your computer. You know, you might tell someone, oh, right, well, let's just say, I'm not doing this at the moment, right, but let's say, well, I'm going to go on Asti and I'm going to, like, put some stuff on there for sale. And I'll go and tell a friend who I think's a friend. They'd start, you know, telling other people, and it gets all the way around to the fucking trolls, you know, the ones who likes causing trouble towards me. And then they go and say, oh, let's go and tell the benefit officer he's now selling something else on another website. Yeah, let's get me into more trouble again. I've had it. I don't want that to keep happening. Don't ask me. That's what I mean. I don't understand why, you know, why I keep doing it. Someone who knows me, and I probably know them, but it's not family, because my family wouldn't do that. It's someone who I've probably know on YouTube for the, you know, for the 3 years that this has been going on. They reported me 2016, and I know he'd done that one, and he kind of did apologise. I got reported to the benefit department on 2017, and I got reported to the benefit department this year as well. And I had to explain, I had to prove that I wasn't making money, you know, not huge amount of money. I had to keep sending my bank statements down, showing them with eBay, my PayPal, everything, you know. And I said, look, you know, if someone actually buys you something, then we can't do no, because it's a gift. You know, if you say, like, well, I need, like, a week's shopping, and someone says, well, look, you know, I'll give you the money as a gift to go out and buy the shopping, you know, the money's still going in my pocket, innit? So the only way I can get that food is if someone said, well, I'd buy you the food, and then, you know, I'll get it posted to you. You know, I'll get the delivery van to come around and deliver to you. But if it's like someone saying, well, like, let's say I need a new camera again, right? Which I don't, but let's say I need a new camera, a high spec one, being like 300 quid. Let's say someone said, right, I'd buy that for you. You know, give me your PayPal, I'll stick the money in your PayPal, and you buy it straight away. Now, once I've bought that, that is a class of a gift. As long as the money ain't going in my bank account, and I can prove it hasn't gone in my bank account, it's not an income. If it goes with PayPal, and then like it sits there for a couple of hours while I'm finding, you know, the better one to buy, and I've actually paid for it from that donation, then they can't do nothing about it because it is class as the gift. You know, I didn't get the money in some way to like buy it myself. Well, I did, but not. I did and I didn't. Like, you know, the person's given me the donation and sent it through my PayPal. But once I've actually bought the item, it's still cast as a gift. Because I've not put the money in my bank account and started like spending it for other kind of stuff. You see what I mean? But you see, like, you know, with the people that donate to me, it's always going back on new stuff for, you know, the paranormal. I'm supposed to have the new piece of equipment this week and hasn't turned up. Fucking been emailing the guy every day and he's not got back to me. Just hope he ain't fucking ripped me off. At least I'm covered through, you know, eBay and PayPal on that one. But I have been ripped off before, a few years ago when I bought something. I can't remember what it was actually. But I bought something around about 40 quid, I think it was, off eBay. And I never received it. I put a claim in. And the guy had already drawn the money out. And I got £10 back. And that was it. I lost all the rest. But now with the promise of the eBay refunding policy, if he doesn't send it and I don't get it, then the money will be given back to me and I'll go to another person and buy it. Now, if I find, well, I've got an idea who it is, but I can't prove it. But whoever, the person I'm thinking it is, yeah, it's also on a state benefit. And I know he sells stuff on eBay. But I can't prove it is him 100%, you know. And I'm not that kind of person who would go around glassing up other people, you know. But if they do a dirty on me and it affects me and my income, and I find out it is that person, then I'll do the nasty thing and do it back. You know, it may make me a bit of a son of a bitch, but what comes around goes around, you know. And I know they're on the benefit, and I know they sell stuff on eBay. Well, they used to anyway. I ain't seen them sell much on there lately. I mean, actually, I can't remember the eBay account, to be honest with you, but they do slip up time to time, you know. They tell people, well, I'm going to sell this on eBay, and it gets around. You know, I just don't want that hassle all the time, you know. No, if the benefit system was able to change, and they say, yeah, you can sell whatever you want, you know, and it's not going to affect your money, I'll be selling every fucking day. I'll be sorting this whole fucking flat out, selling some of my tools. Probably would sell some of the dolls. I'll have a good clear out on some of the electrics. I've got, you know, my electronic gadgets. Now I've got an old laptop I can get rid of. Quite old, actually. My old tablet I could get rid of. Now, I won't get much on them, but at least it'll be something. Huh. Oh, you get to find out who it is. But yeah, you know, I like doing what I do, and I try to get, you know, ideas to like do more stuff for you. You know, mystery box, you know, Ouija board. There is other things I can probably think of, but it's all, you know, down to funding, as I say. And I can't afford to, you know, to pay it all. I can put a little bit into it. But if you guys want to help out, so I can get more stuff, and then that way we can try to keep doing what I'm doing and try to get some of that paranormal back, what we had a few years ago, you know, when we was getting all that orb activity, shadows, you know, those sounds, things moving and being knocked down. I'm not kind of like, as they say, begging. I'm just asking. And as I said, you don't ask, you never know if someone will give. And people have given, which I appreciate. But it has gone back into the paranormal, like I promised it would do. And like, yeah, I have actually practically run out of the donations because I've had to buy a new mouse. Now you probably say, well, that one's okay. It ain't, because I only one key for one pad thing works on it. So I've had to buy a new mouse, which was £7. No, cheap one. If I had the extra, I would have bought like one which was about £30, £40, you know, kind of thing. But like I said to you before, why buy something expensive when you can buy something, you know, a fraction of the price that does the same thing? And some people say, well, like cheap stuff doesn't last as long as the good stuff. That's bullshit. I've had trainers which I've worn for a year. I've known people go out and buy expensive trainers like a DC, ADC, or whatever it's called, the DC, or whatever, I don't know what it's called, and like pay 200 quid for them. They've only lasted like 6 months. So I do shop around, I do look for the cheaper stuff. And don't forget, I've also bought the pictures, which I will show you on another stream. I only paid a couple of quid for them, but it's still, you know, for the paranormal. I'm not saying there's anything attached to them, you don't know. But these are old black and white photos, well, black and white postcards, I suppose. I've actually got one here. This one. And it says, A. Jane, L. James Herald, King of something, 1910. So the picture is some king of some country. I don't know how old the actual card is itself. I can't see no actual date on there. It just says, like, you know, of Gadia, something, King of Gadia, 1910. So I've got about 6 or 8 cards, well, over half a dozen cards in there. And that's, you know, I've got those so we can try and do some experiments, see if there's anything attached to them or not. Right, there I'm going to go. It's 1:30. I can't even do a garage sale. I don't have a garage. I don't have a garage. We can't do anything like that. You can't even have barbecues around here, would you believe? No, I could, if I had a car, I could go and do a car boot fair, but I don't have a car. You know, when I was with my ex-wife, and I wasn't allowed to claim any money because she was working, I actually used to take my bike, a push bike, and a couple of bags of stuff down to a car boot fair and lay it out on the ground and hope that I'd make some money, because that's the only way I could have actually survived, you know, at that particular time, which was about 10 years ago. Now I've got a bike, but the fucking bike's broken, the gears are broken, I've got 2 punctures, it's rusted because it's been outside for 3 years. What about the milk detector? I got the milk detector given to me from my sister. Then I was able to buy another one, a bit cheaper. I got a deal on that one. And I can't go out milk detecting because the bloody pinpointer broke, and I'm still waiting for the company on eBay to send me the replacement they said they was going to send me. And I actually spoke to eBay yesterday about it, and he said, well, what you want to do is go to PayPal and ask them to look into it, because if you've paid for something and it ain't working, it's down to that company to get that sent back and get your new one out. I said, no, but when I asked them, he said, well, we can send you a new one, but it's coming from China. I said, well, why is it coming from China when you got so many on your eBay account right now? And he just gave some bullshit excuse out. So I said, well, if I had to wait 15 days, I'll wait 15 days. And I've actually waited 20 days and I've still not got it. And the guy's not replying to my messages. So I think you got on eBay, not eBay, PayPal, a 60-day money back if nothing isn't resolved. So I'm going to wait till Monday, because I suppose the people who sold them, the business, ain't around on the weekends. So if I don't get anything, any kind of message saying they're definitely sending it, and I'll have it within the next day or two, if I don't get it, I'm going to contact PayPal and tell them they're just lying and fobbing me off. So I would have taken their negative feedback down. So we take negative feedback down, we probably send one out, we don't lie, we're good customer service. So I took their feedback down, and they still haven't fucking sent it. That's why I've been out milk detecting for 3 weeks. So the pinpointing it don't work. The on-and-off switch is broken. How can I sell stuff here? You can't sell on paper. You can't sell anything on YouTube. I know that on Facebook they've got the Facebook Market, but those arseholes who's been reporting me might have me on Facebook and watch me what I'm doing on Facebook. I just can't be asked about you. I just don't want the hassle of me getting one of those letters through the door again saying, oh, it's a compliance letter. You need to contact us again. You've been reported again. No, if I had the money right now, I'd move out of this place. I'd go somewhere else, and I wouldn't tell anyone exactly what I'm doing. I won't tell anyone I'm working. If I'm not working, I won't tell them if I'm selling. I won't tell them fuck all. And you know what I do is because they're fucking jealous. They're jealous of me, my channel, my subscribers, my viewers, the equipment I've got, the equipment I was able to make and sell. No, someone said to me, oh, can I have one of your DC boxes? You know, I'll probably have to turn around and say no, because I can't sell you it, because I don't want people knowing that, you know, you bought it for me. And then they promise like they would say nothing. You know, there's always that possibility that they show it on their screen one day and they're saying, oh, that's Steve does those. He must have sold it to her. Oh, I literally bought him. But then they go, you've got no proof that I did sell it because I could have sent it to them as a gift. You know, if someone wanted something and I'd say, look, you know, I won't sell it to you. I'll trade it with you. You know, if you've got something that might be of interest of me, we can swap it. You come and I move there. Yeah, you know how much money it's going to cost to fucking like move out. It's going to take, you know, about $2,000. It's going to like, you know, cost me hiring out fans and moving all this shit and then getting a load of stuff taken down to the recycle or the tip or something. That's just dreaming. That's daydreaming. No, and if I did want to move out of here, you know, I'd have to find a place before I could move out first. Then I'd have to get the money to actually get all my stuff taken out and move down there. But then I'd need money for the rent. You know, here in the UK, landlords, they rent you the place, but they ask like 2 months rent in advance. So you got to pay like 3 months rent. Then you've got to see if you can make sure that you can pay that rent each month, or if the council can pay it for you if you're still unemployed. I like to go down where my sister is in Kent. There's a lot of places down I could do metal detecting and ghost hunting. As I say, it's like a gamble, you know. I could go and spend £1 on lottery ticket tomorrow and might win a big amount of sum of money, you know, kind of thing. But then, winning the money, I'd have to fucking declare it, and then the benefit say, well, we're going to take like 50% with that. Well, fuck you. I'll just sign off the fucking dole and say, well, you know, you ain't having nothing off me, mate, you know. If I won like $500,000, I'll buy my own fucking house and start my own little business up. And then no one can do fuck all then. That's just wishful thinking. Things that will never happen. Unless someone was watching me one day and like said, well, you know, we feel sorry for you, Steve. You know, we got loads of money and we're going to like make you so happy. It's going to change your life. And someone says like, you know, I just saw black mist in the kitchen then. You know, someone might turn around and say, we're going to make your life change, boy. And I think, yeah, bullshit, you know. Give us your PayPal. We're going to put a nice little sum of money in there for you. And you're thinking, yeah, probably about 10, 20 quid or something, you know. And it's like, give it half an hour and check it. Go on there and look like fucking £500,000 stuck in here. Christ, that'd be so amazing, man. I'll break down crying. And I'll just like take a little bit of it go down to Kent, be with my sister and my mum for a little while, and go around the old estate shops and see what houses are available and buy an house. You know, I won't spend the whole $500,000. I'll probably spend like 2.5, maybe 300,000 on it. And I'll try to get one what might have activity, a haunted house. That'd be fun. Then I can carry on doing all my paranormal there. Then with the rest of the money, I'll have a little holiday and start a little business up. That's what I like to do. So yeah, there's no harm in dreaming. You know, one person has been quite nice to me. And I said, look, you know, like you say, you don't ask, you don't get. I said, yeah, but I hate asking. Yeah, but again, don't ask, you don't get. So I'm asking you people out there to start bloody donating so I can get some more stuff off eBay to do some more paranormal. No, there are ways I could probably make money. But as I say, you know, like it's just like selling it. No, I've got my woodworking stuff, which I spent out probably about 500 on buying like the saw cutter, the drills, the chisels, you know, all the stuff that you need for woodworking. And I bought some wood. So I was making like little crucifixes. Don't know where it is actually. No. Don't know where it is. Well, I've got a little wooden crucifix I had made myself. Made my own little plushette. That was homemade. You can tell it's homemade because you know, it's kind of like crooked. But I use it all the time. And people used to say like, "Oh, I like that little cross you made. Can you make us one?" Well, I did make a couple for a few people and give it to them. But I couldn't give too many out because it's costing me money. You know, I bought my stone tumbler to do my own precious stones, you know, tumble my own stones and make it nice and smooth. I've got that in the kitchen, not being used. I mean, the reason why that's not being used because it's using too much electricity. You have to like tumble stones 24/7 for 7 days to get them like really nice and smooth. And you have to like change different kind of like grinds of like this powder stuff. I even started writing a little kind of a book, like a biography book, a few years ago. But I stopped doing it after 8 pages because I kind of lost interest in it. And someone said, well, why don't you write it? Why don't you continue doing it? It might become a top seller. Well, it won't, because when you make when you write a book, you've got to go and find an author to print it. And once you've found one, you've got to spend so much money for the book to be printed. Unless you get some kind of sponsorship. And that's what I like here actually on this channel. Sponsorship. If someone like in a paranormal's got their own online paranormal store and they're like, you know, they're selling paranormal gear, they wanted to send me something, you know, to like use, and you know, to share out and like give them that advertisement they like. I'd like to do that, but that ain't never happened. So it's all fucking cost, you know. You know, I was even making these little bracelets and chain and necklace kind of stuff, you know. Still got a load of stuff in this box here, which I found yesterday. I forgot all about that. But I'll probably be giving those away. Like, I'll probably make them and give them away as like little gifts time to time. Yeah, I ain't picking you up. Yeah, they should do, but they don't. I don't even support football. I only got that because my son had it. He supported them, and he was going to throw it away one day. And I said, no, I'll take it. I'll have it because, like, you know, when I move, I'm going to need some like warm blankets. So that's what I did. Took it off my son, and I use it. You know, if it's so hot in here, when it is like really hot, I don't get in the quilt. I just like sleep on top of the bed, and if it gets a little bit chilly, I'll just put that Chelsea blanket over me. What? I don't know what you want. You've been fed. Holy shit. Is that what you're moaning for? You can sense someone. She's meowing. And when I said, what are you meowing for? I heard, seriously, like a female go, what? Sponsor my cat now. Give her money, and I can spend the money on her and partly on me. Are you going to stop meowing now? Who is that who went, Is that why you're meowing? Because you can sense the spirit out there. Eh? I nearly had to buy another bloody collar the other day. She lost it and I found it. There are channels out there I watch where people get sponsored. You know, they get free gear. Don't you start putting your claws in me. We'll get off. You just want a little cuddle now and then, don't you? Smelly. That's another thing. I've got to take her down the vet because I think she's getting fleas again. It's going to be more costs getting her bloody flea stuff and all that kind of crap. Well, anyway, I'm going to shoot off, guys. I don't think I'll be on tonight, Sunday night, but I might be on Monday. I'm not sure yet. But I won't be on tonight, Sunday. I'm taking tonight off. All right, cheers. Catch you later. Don't forget, you want to make a donation, links in the comment below. So I can get some more paranormal gear, do some more little experiments for you guys. It's up to you. You don't have to, but whoever does will be thanked. So, catch you later.